Yes, boys, how are you all doing, man? Welcome back to the channel. Today, it's another tier list, and today it is strikers, man. Alright, the big boys. The guys that are going to bag you the goals. We've got a load of the best, most meta strikers in Ultimate Team right now, boys. And yeah, we're going to go through a ranking of them from the S tier all the way down to the C tier. Let's jump straight in, man. Big boy Adama. Straight up, boys. Going to throw a curveball in the mix, man. Boom. Now, I know that's going to cause comments. I know. Because people are going to be saying, Jack, this guy can't finish. I know he can't. I know. Well, maybe he can for you. But for me, Adama's been always one of those cards, boys, where he, pacey, really strong, hard to push off the ball. But wee bit tanky, hard to turn sometimes. And despite his pace, he's hard to turn. And obviously, the finishing's always been a letdown. This year, though, I now have the card myself. Took me a little bit of time getting him, boys. I was a little bit slacking this year. But I got him eventually. I level 38 on the last season's pass. I really like him, man. And surprisingly, his finishing isn't as bad for me as I thought it would be. I'm putting him in the S tier. Now, I completely understand why people would put him in here. And I get that. That's probably where he should be, maybe. But he's been that good for me, boys, in the games I've played with him already in the new season. Today I've been playing in Rivals with him today, and you boys are going to see this on the Thursday night, the new season day. Yeah, he's been a beast, man. As for a free card as well, he's up in the S tier. Just an absolute power forward, man. He's so strong, so hard to push to the ball, and so fast. So yes, he's a little bit clunky on the turn. I will say that, but for me, he's up in the S tier, man. But drop it in the comments. Where would you rate Adama Traore, man? Where would you rank him? Because I think that one will cause comments, cause debate. But, yeah, there's always going to be a few in tier list, boys, isn't there? There's always going to be a few, man. And for me, he's been so good so far. Alright, Aji Bade then. Now, she's got a really nice Player of the Month. I'm going to put her into the A tier, alright? Now, she's got this Player of the Month version, boys, right? 50,000 coins, man, for the SBC. Now, I haven't done this SBC yet, but I keep meaning to do it because for that price, really, really nice card, man. And that's why, as I say, she's in the A tier for me. Really nice super sub. A lot of people use her as a super sub, and I think I might do that as well, because she's not going to get in over like the likes of Kyungmin Son or, the Adama in my team. Really, really nice card in game. Quick, agile, good finishing on her, and, yeah, as I say, she actually seems in game as well, boys. I mean, the agility there surprises me. 82 agility. She actually feeds in game very, very, like, smooth and quick, so easy agility, man, that seems a little bit low for her, and the balance as well. Like, she seems quicker and more agile in game than that. So, yeah, good card in game. We're gonna throw Big Boy Serum in there. Now, I'm gonna put him in the B tier. All right, I'm gonna put him in the B tier. He was super, super meta. Very, very start of this year. Very strong, great finisher, and he still is. But obviously now there's a lot better strikers out there. The game's moved on a little bit. So first weekend league, boys, right? It was Thuram. Or it might have been the first weekend league or the second weekend league. It was literally Thuram up front and Thuram in midfield. Like, maybe 13 out of my 15 weekend league games, boys, I faced 2 Thurams. So, and you see a lot of the midfield Thuram still. I've still got him in my team. This one here, for me, I did do the SBC for him back a few weeks ago. He's not a super sub for me on my bench. Still bring him on here and there. But, he's a good card, nothing wrong with him. The game's moved on a little bit, so that's why I put him in the B tier for today. Ollie Watkins is going up into the B tier for me. Yeah, good card. And for me, Ollie Watkins, right, I've heard a lot of viewers talk about this card. Very, very good. Coming in at just over 100k for his Route to the Knockout version, boys. Really, really solid card, man. There's no denying that. Great finisher. Would have been nice to get a little bit higher on the agility and bounce. And the acceleration's 82. So his pace is a little bit like that, where, starting off, maybe not the quickest off the mark, but over distances, yes, he will have that sprint speed for you, man. 92 for that. The 3-star skills isn't perfect. I mean, it depends. Weak foot's more important than skill moves. I always believe that, right? Weak foot is so much more important than skill moves. So the fact he's got 4-star on that is brilliant. Would have been lovely to see this guy 4-4. I can only give you my perspective, boys, obviously. And for me, I do like to use skills in game. I like to feel my players, using skills quite well. And performing them well as well. And obviously, 3 stars, it's a little bit low. But yeah, if I buy that, though, if this guy was a 4-star, I'd definitely put him into the B tier. Put it that way. But for me, I think for now, I think B tier, because B tier is brilliant in this video, by the way. Let's be honest, boys, all these cards are good, right? This is a ranking of the most meta strikers in the game, in my opinion. So, I might have missed a few here and there, I probably have, knowing me, but most of them are covered here. And even if you're in the C tier, it doesn't mean you're bad. It's not like other ones where, the bottom tier is literally useless, like the hero video we did, where the bottom tier was, like, useless. This video, well, there's no useless ones. Everyone's good. It's just about how good they are from the C up to the S. Diogo Jota then, yet again, he is going into the B tier. Yeah. Jota, good card, man. Jota is a good card. Bringing him up quickly here as well. Show you boys him. I really like this guy, man. The 4-star, the 5-star weak foot. He can play pretty much anywhere across the front line for you. Really nice card. Obviously, advanced forward plus on the striker role as well. I actually regret not doing this SBC. Now, it doesn't really matter now because I probably wouldn't use him now anyway. You know, I wouldn't have done this SBC now anyway because my team's improved. You know, I'm going to get on to who I've got my team up front as well in a minute. But, yeah, for me, boys, Jota, very nice in game, man. You stick a hunter or something on this guy, get that pace and shooting up a little bit more as well, really boost that out. And then obviously as well, I mean, you put a hunter on him now. Let me just see what it actually does. So, where are we? Hunter. Why can't I? There we go. Yeah, so hunter. You're literally up to 97, 92 on the acceleration sprint speed. You get the 5-star weak foot. Tell me that ain't good. Tell me that ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Alright, boys. Midway through the video, I'm actually going to bring Ajibade down here, right? I do believe, actually, to be honest, that Ajibade is very good in game. But I don't believe... If we're putting this Jota here, I feel like... Yeah, let's be honest. So let's put Ajibade down here. I think she's a good player. Maybe not quite the A tier yet, man. So I'll put her down here for now. Jonathan David, I'm going to put him into here, the C tier. Yet again, probably one of the worst cards in today's like shortlist, but not a bad card by any means. Just not one of the, you know, just not one of the standout ones from today in this tier list. For me, he's just not as good as he used to be. Jonathan David, he used to be one of my go-to strikers, especially early game, man. You know, if he had a promo card, you know, early FIFA, he was a beast. I think was it last year he was quite good. He had an Evo last year. I'm pretty sure, like 84 rated. Yeah, he was a good card, man. But for me this year, Jonathan David's not really the guy, so he's in the C tier for me. We've got Gavu here. He's going to go into the A tier. I think, let me just double check this, right? Whilst we're on video, boys. I just want to know, because I think, did this guy, let me just see his player roles. Where is it? Yeah, he does. Power shot plus, alright? Now, there's a few strikers in this tier list, boys, who have this trait, or this player role, or play style, should I say, right? And, yeah, this guy, I really, really like him in game. He absolutely just clutched up in one of the rush games I played recently. I think I mentioned it to you boys in another video, talking about the hero tier list. This guy's a beast, man. I really, really like him in game. 89 for the shot and pace. You get the power shot plus, which is huge. You've got the 4-star skill moves, which is nice. The 4-star weak foot is lacking. You know, he's got 3-star weak foot. 4-star would have been great. You know, the 4-star I always do look in a striker, I'll be honest. So in that sense, the weak foot lets him down a little bit. But the power shots, feels good in game, feels good on the ball. Great finisher, good pace. I think with this guy, you got to rank him highly. He's got the advanced 4++ as a striker as well. For me, he is into the A tier, boys. He'd be one of the ones, though, he'd be on the hover here. He's not a strong A tier, but he's in the A tier for me. Alright, let's do a few obvious ones, boys, alright? Ones that don't need any explanation, alright? So, Di Natale, he is straight up in the A tier. This guy is nuts in game. I think he's coming in over 2 million coins right now. I mentioned him in the hero video, so not much needing, you know, not much needing said. Because he was easily up on the A tier in the hero tier list last week. And he's in the S tier again here today, man. What a beast. Unreal. I mean, you pay the premium for him. He's over 2 million coins, but what a card, man. What a card he is. We're going to go Alawaran. Alawaran is going to jump into the A tier for me. Yet again, this guy is like my go-to every FIFA, boys. I love this card every FIFA, man. Unbelievable card. I've loved this card every year I've used him, man. I've used the 88 one from previous years. Now, obviously, the 85. I'd love to get mounts on this card, man. He's a brilliant, brilliant player in game. So fast. So for me, he's in the A tier. We're going to jump to Antoine Griezmann. We're going to throw him up into the S tier. Finesse shot simulator again, you know what I mean? I could easily put, there's a lot of these cards, boys, that obviously have other versions, like regular gold Griezmann, for example. We've got Heung-min Son here, who's got an informed version. Haaland's got a higher rated version, and Mbappe the same, but it doesn't really matter what version we're talking about here. I just threw the card in. No matter, you know, whatever version I can get of them, whether it was their gold, whether it was their regular, whether it was their promo version. But obviously we're talking about their highest rated version each time, right? So obviously Antoine Griezmann's got this total rush card. He's just mad in game, boys. A lot of people are now saying that he's maybe getting a little bit, not this version, maybe his regular goal's getting a little bit outdated. In terms of just obviously finesse shots, he's always got that in his locker, but maybe a little bit slower on the ball. The game's getting quicker. You know, everyone's teams are getting better. The speed of the game's getting quicker now, and maybe Griezmann's getting found out a bit. I haven't found that whenever I've faced against him, certainly. He's still dominating me, you know. If you play me with Griezmann regular goal, boys, you'll still cook me, man. To be honest. But yeah, for this D9 rush one, boys, he's got to be in the S tier, man. He's got to be. Robert Lewandowski, yeah, into the C. Now, get in the comments if you boys have used Lewandowski. Let me know, man. Let me know what he's like in game. I haven't used this card. I'm just going off previous FIFAs. That's all I can do. If I haven't used a card and I haven't played against the card, boys, and most of these I have played with because I've used them either in my main team, I've faced against them, or I've played with them in draft, right? Because I usually try and do a few drafts to try and get access to some of these cards for these type of videos as well, so I've got that kind of pre-experience of using them, if you know what I mean. With this Lewandowski, I haven't used him. I'm only going off previous FIFAs. He'll be good for you, he'll do a job, but I don't know whether he's a 700k worth card. You know, I don't know whether you'd really want to go out and pay that for him, considering there's a lot more other options here that are cheaper and probably better in game, you know. Got Federico Chiesa. He is going into the B tier. Now, that's going to cause controversy. I know it is. I know it is. Hear me out, though, chat. All right? Hear me out, boys. Chiesa, I understand if you want to put him here. I understand if you want to put him here. I really, really do. I can only go off what I've used this year off him, and I wasn't a big fan of him. He wasn't bad for me, don't get me wrong. He was nowhere near bad. He's great stats. That's the reason that he was worth over 100k early in the FIFA cycle. You know, early in this game cycle, he was worth over 100k for good reason. If he's an 84 worth over 100k, he's doing something right, isn't he? He's a good card. So by no means am I saying he's bad. For me, though, you know, I'm going off what I've used with this card. I've got him in my team, or I had him in my team, should I say, and now he's a super sub. It just didn't really set the world alight for me. You know, he was alright. He was good. But, yeah, for me, and maybe it's skill issue. Probably a skill issue. But, yeah, for me, he's in the B tier for me. Fernando Torres up here into the A tier for me. Yeah, over a million coin icon. Very, very solid. I used him in last FIFA. Big fan of him, boys. Very, very good in front of goal, man. He very, very let me down. And I'm not someone that, you know, uses great time finishing shots every time. You know, I'm quite inconsistent finishing. This Torres for me was, yeah, it was superb last year, man. Really, really clutch in front of goal. Which you need in those sweaty FUT Champs games this year, man. Whenever the game's 50-50, you need to be clinical. This Torres is that guy, man. So, for me, yeah, for Torres, A tier for me, for sure. Butra, I'm going to throw up into the S tier here. Coming in at over 2 million coins, boys. This Butragueno, listen, he might not be good, you know, later in the FIFA cycle, right? You know, way after Team of the Year into February, March, this card might not be still viable then, when everyone's teams have massively improved now. But right here, right now, this card's amazing, man. I'll always start a FIFA Butragueno if you get a version of him. Great card. He's got the Poacher Plus this year, which is lovely as well. Technical plus playstyle. He's a 5-star weak foot player. Now, the 3-star scales obviously always has been the letdown of Butra, but you can get around that. The 5-star weak foot's brilliant, and yeah, the fact that he's small, he's got that small frame in game, you know, quick, agile, low center of gravity, that kind of thing. Yeah, this guy's a beast, man. Trinity Rodman, we're going to throw her in the A tier. Very, very good card in game. Not much needing said. Just a very, very meta card. As I said in recent videos, is this meta going around right now, boys? Not meta, but like there's a series of meta cards, and a lot of people are using it in their teams. This American ladies, like, team, where, like, you've got Alex Morgan, which we're going to get onto in a second, because we've got her card down here as well. Obviously, Rodman, Swanson, Watt. All these cards seem to be happening at the right time. Whether they're SBCs, whether you can pack them, buy them, whether you can, you know, evo them, whatever it is, man. There's certain cards. Objective, you know, some objectives as well. Or the season pass. I think that Watt was the season pass, wasn't she? So, yeah, for me, Rodman, she's in the A tier, boys. We're going to go Kylian Mbappe. I mean, yeah. I prefer not to speak on that one, boys. Yeah, Mbappe, he's just too good, isn't he, man? Just too good. So let's just not waste my time and your time talking about Mbappe, boys, because we know how good he is. Rashford, right? Now, obviously, I put his 81 in here. I've got the Evo 85, so really, we're not really talking about the 81 here, boys. We're talking about the 85 Evo one, right? With the power shot. Obviously, the Rashford does the power shot plus as well. So, yeah, imagine the 85 rated one with the boosted stats. For me, he goes into the B tier, all right? There's a lot of positives and a lot of negatives to this card. I'll bring him up for you boys here as well, so you can see him in terms of stats and stuff as well. If I could spell, it would be nice. Rashford, there we go. So obviously, if I bring up his evolution, if you go over here, 85 rated, right? Now this guy, power shot, brilliant, right? I scored so many power shots with this guy up front when I used them. Brilliant like that. But whenever I've now got Heung-min Son, Solskjaer, and Adama, right? I've too many forwards, so Rashford's pretty much had to drop out of the team. I did try him for a stint on the left side as a winger. For me, if you're using Rashford, he has to be down the middle, because I think I tried him as a winger, boys. He's far too... He actually feels slow in game. Like, it's not even clunkiness with him. I mean, he's a little bit clunky. Not to the levels of anyone. Like, when I say clunky, I always think of like really tanky players. Like, he's not that bad. But he isn't really smooth either. You know, he is obviously 6'1", I think, so he's got that kind of frame to him in game as well. He's not going to feel super swift for you. I do find that. Like, he doesn't feel like he's got 89 pace, put it that way. I'll be honest, boys, he doesn't even feel like he's got 83 pace. So, I don't know what EA are playing at with the stats there, man, but... For me, yeah, if you're going to use this card, use him down the middle, 100%. We're going to move over to Brolin, who we're also going to put into the A tier this time, alright? So Brolin goes up there. I've heard a lot of people talking a lot of good things about this guy this year. Faced against him a lot in champs, so I kind of had an idea that he'd be decent. He's got the 87, 88 shooting, 87 pace, the technical plus playstyle, 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. It's just like a lot of these cars just can't have a perfect, can they? They can't have the 4-star. Has to be 3, 4, or 4, 3. But cam right wing striker or so cam right winger striker, you can play wide pit playmaker plus or false 9 plus. Not a big fan of the false 9 player role this year. I don't know whether any of you boys have tried it. If you have, let me know. But yeah, overall for Brolin, he's a good card, man. Benjamin Sesko, we're going to throw him into the B tier. So yeah, this guy's got 4-star, boys. Really nice card. Budget as well. I believe he's only like 60, 70k. If you need a striker, honestly, UCL Route to the Knockout version of Sesko, not a bad option, man. I'm going to throw him in the B tier for here. Heung-min Son. Do I put him in the S or do I put him in the A? I have to. I know obviously Son can play it wide, boys, but like Son, like Vinny, which we may as well throw up there as well, and like Liao, which we may as well throw up there as well. Liao, Vinny, and Son for me. Obviously they can all play on the wing, but they can also play up front. So I thought, well, we'll throw them into this video as well, because technically a lot of people will use them as strikers. Boys, these cards just are insane, man. I mean, Son, finesse shots, we know how good he is, and Son's in my main team right now. You know, he's just insane, man. So yeah, very, very meta at this point. Obviously, these cards, especially the Son, will get outdated very soon, but, you know, that'll not be for another, you know, month at least, I would say, because this card's quality. Vinny and Liao. I mean, Liao's 86 rated, and he's worth like 500k. I don't need to say any more, boys, do I? I don't need to say any more. And obviously, we know how good Vinny is, right? So, those three for rare gold cards. And then you can see there with the Mbappe as well. We've got four cards there, man. 4 rare golds, but all in the S tier. As I said, just shows you don't need the flashiness, man. You got these 4 cards, and they're all S tier for me. They're all just super, super meta in this year's game so far. All right, let's get that few more here, man. All right, so we're going to go with Haaland. We're going to put Haaland in the A tier. Now, some people might put him in the B tier. Some people might put him in the A tier. A lot of these are down to, like, your individual experience. And obviously, these cards, some of them are going to be meta regardless, right? Some of them are going to be meta and work for you no matter what your playstyle is. And some of them are going to be very preference-based on, like, they might work for some people depending on your playstyle. They might not work for some people depending on your playstyle. With Haaland, I didn't like him. On the streams, boys, I see a lot of you boys using him when I'm reviewing your squads. The regular gold Haaland or this play of the month one. Obviously, he's now got the 93 version as well. The Trailblazer version. For me, I think Haaland's very preference-based this year. You know, some people like him the way they play, and some people won't. That's why I think it's fair to put him in the A tier. He's a good card. There's no denying that. Whenever he gets into full stride, you know, and he's got the powerful stride on him, the pace, the strength, you can't really deal with him, man. It takes one of those big meta defenders to stop him, man. Like the likes of, you know, the Arahos, the Salibas, even they struggle at times. But yeah, for me, Haaland, I think it's fair to put him in the A tier for this video. We're going to go with Alex Morgan. She's also going to be in this A tier. Now, some people will put her up in the S tier. The reason I don't, boys, is because apart from the Vanessas, for me, you know, her stats aren't incredible. The Vanessa shot plus playstyle is crazy, and that makes this card brilliant. It really, really does. Like, the Vanessa's that powerful. But you look at her stats, they're not crazy. The shooting's brilliant, but then, you know, her agility 84, balance 80. You know, the sprint speed acceleration is not amazing. So for me, Poacher plus is really nice, to be fair. And the 4-star, 5-star is brilliant. But yeah, I think B tier is fair for this card. We're going to throw Luis Hernandez up here. He's going to jump into the B tier. Not much to say, really, man. Just, you know, a nice starter icon, really, in a new UFC, a new FIFA game. PSA, can finish, good dribbling. Robbie Keane, the same, boys. Literally just carbon copy what I've said there on Hernandez. Next up then, Rudy Voller. We're going to throw him into the B tier as well. Decent card. I've actually faced this guy only once or twice this year. He's given me a game anytime I've faced him, man. He's been a tough opponent because he's not the most agile card, Voller, but he's got great finishing and he's got that build about him. He's quite strong and tough to get off the ball. He will suit some people, a bit like Haaland. He'll suit some people, he won't suit some people, depending on where you play the game. But yeah, for me, B tier, he's a good card, man. Smith, we're going to throw her up into the A tier. Yes, yet again, like all the names in this A tier so far, Smith's certainly as good as those, man. Coming in at around about 150, 160k right now. Massive market crash, man, the last week has dropped the prices in these cards crazily because this Smith was like 300 and something K last week, boys. Now she's 150, man. So it's at the time of recording this, so it's a bit of a madness, the market crash right now in the game. Solskjaer's got to be in the A tier. He has to be. He's pretty much the cheaper version of Heung-min Son's Vanessa shots, essentially. My frontline, boys, before I got this Adama in from the pass was Heung-min Son as my left striker. Heung-min Son as my right striker and Solskjaer as my left striker. These guys are doing work up here, alright? Solskjaer and Son. So, Solskjaer's not as good as the likes of the A tier cards, right? Or the S tier cards. So, for me, he's, for the price you pay, though, man. I mean, what price is Solskjaer right now? I think he's coming in at around, I bought him, boys, I remember, for like 70k. What is he now? He's 60k now. I mean, he keeps getting cheaper. I bought this card before last weekend league for 70,000, boys. All right, he's now at 60k. Obviously, the finesse shot plus is brilliant. The 4-star weak foot is nice. Good stats. Okay, we're coming down to the last couple here, man. All right, so we're going to start with the Diego Forlan. For me, Diego Forlan goes into B or C. Or sorry, B or A. B or A. Ooh. I'm going to put him into the B, all right, for this video. All right, I'm going to put him in the B for this video. He is quite good in game. I've faced against him quite a lot. He seems a popular choice this year for people's striker choices. And maybe a lot of people got him in that hero upgrade as well, boys, at one point. But, yeah, I think for me, he'd be here. You know, if you can't put them here, but if I could, I'd put them in between the two tiers. Julian Alvarez up into the A tier, man. Atletico Madrid route to the knockout card, man. This guy's on smoke, boys. Really good. Look at the stats on that, man. 89s. Love those from the dribbling side of things. Obviously, you know, you knock a hunter on this guy. And, you know, he drops up to 95, man. 96 shooting. I mean, look at those stats, man. Okay, let's go with Pajor. Pajor is going to take the place in the B tier. I think some of you boys might put her higher, to be honest, into the B. Or into the A, sorry. But for me, B tier for Pajor. Good card. The 3-star. That's around a wee bit. I will be honest on that. But there's some cards like that in this video with a 3-star. And they're brilliant in game. Miroslav Klose is also going in the B tier. Now, I did not think I would say that. I really didn't. You think he's going to be discarded or something, don't you? 520,000 coins. Did a bit of digging. I thought, hold on, you know, what's happening here, boys? Why is this card worth a bit? Well, Poacher plus plus is nice, okay, but that doesn't really mean much whenever, you know, you've got the likes to close it. He's not the most, you know, he's not the most meta striker, is he, in game? So Poacher plus plus to a certain degree is irrelevant whenever the card doesn't seem that great. However, he's got this aerial plus. It's a very nice one to have on a striker, right? So, yeah, that's what increases this guy's value massively. Don't run with him too much, boys. You know, don't try and turn or dribble with him too much, because, you know, you're not going to have much success with that, agility and balance. But everything else here, as you can see, across the board, looks pretty solid. That 90 acceleration as well. Put a 100 on him, you knock it up to 94 pace, and those stats look a lot better, man, you know. So, overall, though, the agility and balance ain't going to be great for you. So, you got to, if you're using this card, you got to obviously, you know, acknowledge that and account for that. But, yeah. He's, and the 4-star weak foot's nice in this guy as well. So, yeah, for me, I think he's nothing crazy, boys, but he definitely take a place in the B tier this video, for sure. Sheilin is going to go up into the A tier. I used her loan, actually, over the weekend league there in Foot Champs, and I was a fan, boys, yeah. I was a fan. I used her for a couple of games. I didn't even know I had her at one point, and then viewers were like, yeah, Jet, you've got that card on loan, try her out. Because I was having a bit of a problem, boys, up front scoring goals, so I thought, let's rock Sheilin in game and see what she's like, and good. We're going to go Sam Kerr, and we're going to put her into the B tier here. Ronaldo is also going into the A tier. Had to put him in. Ronaldo's got to be an A tier, man. Just simply because, boys, all right? Let me just bring him up here as well to get a bit of a deeper analysis on the card. For me, you know, he's got the power shot plus, which is brilliant. The 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot is quality as a striker. Advanced 4++. Rush Ronaldo coming in over a million coins, nearly 1.5 mil coins there, man. For me, yeah, he would definitely, for me, be up here in the A. Now, he wouldn't be as good for you as I would say, like an Alvarez, like a Smith, like a Torres, for example. But he's in the A tier, man. He's better than the likes of a Forlan, Pajor, and, you know, a Sam Kerr, Watkins, etc., right? We've got 2 more to do. We've got Martinez and Diani. Now, Diani, I'm going to throw up here, and Martinez, we're going to throw up here as well. Alright, so that is the tier list, boys, alright? Diani and Martinez up at the end there, both solid strikers. Wouldn't quite have enough to make it into the S tier, but definitely in the A tier for today's video. That is my tier list, alright? I want to know your boys' thoughts on this, the strikers tier list. But let me know your boys' thoughts, man. I think, listen, I'm open for debate in the comments, man. This is what these videos are about, you know. It's controversy too, man. Get in the chat. Get in the comments, let your boy know what you think of this tier list. The ones you agree with me on, the ones you disagree with me on potentially as well. And if you've enjoyed the video, boys, please do give it a thumbs up. I'd really, really appreciate that. Every like helps, you know, the video circulate more on YouTube out to more and more new people. Increases the reach out there. And obviously, as I'm sure a lot of you boys have seen recently, man, the channel is flying. I can't thank you boys enough. We're on the road to 7,000. At the time of recording this, we're currently 58 subscribers away from 7,000, man. Alright? So if you're watching right now, boys, are new to the channel, you know, and you've enjoyed the video and you think you might enjoy the content going forward, you know, the streams, the videos, etc., please do consider hitting that red subscribe. I'd really, really appreciate that. And, yeah, welcome aboard. Big up to you boys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace out.